is Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today we're going for a drive and a talk. So we're talking today about continuing your education. And I don't mean going back to school and getting your master's or your doctorate or anything like that. I'm talking about your psychic abilities. How are you learning about your psychic abilities? And it doesn't mean like you have to be constantly every day going to class or reading something every day. Find some books that really resonate with you, or find some books like, wow, this is really a great interest to me, because no matter what you're doing, you're learning about you. You're learning about your psychic abilities, about your energies, about how you deal with things and how you don't deal with things. All of that is amazing. And that's the important part, is to learn about your psychic abilities in different areas. And each teacher that you find, a book, a class, a webinar, whatever it is, each one is going to teach you a little bit differently than what you've learned in the past. And that can be life-altering in some ways, because each teacher is going to learn something different. And you might learn something from one teacher that you didn't learn from the previous teacher, because maybe she didn't know it, or maybe it didn't work for her, so she didn't feel the need to teach it. There are so many different ways, but you have got to kind of commit to your own psychic abilities and to be willing to learn, willing to kind of keep modifying your energy and keep educating yourself. And when you're finished with one book or class or webinar, you can take a little bit of time off and then find the next thing that catches your attention. What is the next thing that really catches your attention? Maybe it's a new book, maybe it's a different book, maybe it's a webinar or a class or whatever it is. Like, keep searching for that next thing. And if you always have one eye open for it, you're going to find it. If you have both eyes closed, you're never going to find it. But if you have one eye open towards it, it's like, wow, this is really something I think I would really enjoy. That's what you're going to enjoy. You're going to love that part of it, of learning something new or different. And a lot of times when you open up to kind of like, what can I learn from this person, it opens up so many avenues, because you'll learn things from people that you never thought possible. Things that you were like, oh no, that person, they haven't been doing this near as long as me. Maybe they read a book you didn't read, and maybe they read it in a way that really taught them how to do it. It's an amazing part. Make sure that you're opening up your energy to what's going on, not only in and around you, but in and around other people as well. So I want you to really constantly always be in continual education. Continual education is always finding or having that one eye open and looking around to finding what is the next thing that's catching your attention, or the next class, or the next thing that you could learn. And I guarantee you're going to find some stuff you're kind of like, it's not, I learned something about it, but I don't really care to find anymore, or I don't care about this part, or this is not something that interests me. Good. You can put that on your, I don't really care for this stage. Okay. But there are tons of things that you will learn, even if it's not an area of your life that you're really like, wow, this is really, I want to get educated in this part. Sometimes you will learn some amazing things and some amazing issues, or a turnabout of energy of like, wow, I can really learn something different from someone else, and learn how to kind of use things differently. The way each person teaches is really important. And I know a lot of my students are like, but I love the way you teach. I get it. I totally get it. I love teaching classes. I never thought I would love teaching classes, but I have so enjoyed teaching classes. Having my students learn is kind of like being a mom at a whole different level. But that's the important part, is learning how to look at things differently, through different people's points of view. But even if you're not finding everything you want in the first book, don't get dissuaded. So many times I would get a book and I would read only 2 or 3 chapters, and then I'd be like, I feel like I'm complete with this book, and I never pick it up again, or maybe pick it up in a year and go, okay, now I'm ready for the next phase. I'm ready for the next part of this, and I'm ready to learn something new or different. Continual education is very, very important. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.